Play for makes breaks, one must always score. If it hurts, you ain't the breaks, no get you, don't let up, put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, 2 games after this win it is. Press you again, we're here for the first mate. Can't fight you never 6 minutes.
Rocky Top will always be.
Unbelievable place. Great university. Knoxville's unbelievable city. Great people. The passion for football is even greater than I thought it would be. And man, Neyland Stadium, I said it, a couple of years ago, and I still think it's the best football experience for a college football fan or a player in the country.
It's, here it's Tennessee, so, we're going to get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot. Nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
The culture that hype and everyone has created in this building, it's been phenomenal on teams, and we're only going to continue to be better. And the standard around here, I've said it before, I'll say it again, standard is to be the damn best. And we're never stopping.
We've got to raise the bar, and we've got to continue to raise the bar. I don't think any of those young men, when they signed to come to Tennessee, they signed to say they wanted to come and be a part of a 7-6 program. All right, they said they wanted to come and compete for championships, SEC championships, national championships. I know that's what I want. I know that's what Tennessee wants. I know that's what the expectation is. So we've got to continue to reassess everything that we're doing and make sure that we're continuing to move the needle in the right direction.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley, joined by a guy. I am joined by 2 men, actually, but joined by a guy that has so much pressure on him today. He has made so many bold statements. If Nico succeeds, he's going to look like a champ. If Nico fails, well, he's going to eat a lot of crow. Coach Jay, today is the day. The Colt of 8 rolls out in an hour.
Yeah, hey, I look at this like a beginning and a starting point. Listen, I predict this to be a great day for Nico, and we're going to see a lot of flashes from him. But, his career is not going to be defined against a bowl game against Iowa, right? But so freaking excited for this one, man. Woke up, at about 7:30 your guys' time, ready to run through a brick wall. Running around the house like a madman, getting in 3-point stance, breaking out of it, feeling good, man. Getting a little blood going through my vein. I'll tell you what, man. that 3-point stance gets harder and harder to get into, Coach Rice. I don't know
Yeah,
about you, but it's becoming a little bit of a chore to get in the old 3-point stance. No doubt about
oh
it.
yeah.
I can get in
Without
the
a
stance.
doubt.
I can't fire out of the stance. That's my
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Also joining us, Coach Rice. How much you have a little bit more pep in your step this morning than you would have if certain things hadn't changed the last week or two?
Yeah. I got a little more pep in my step, but hey, it's game time, man. I'm so ready for see Nico and come out and to show what the future of Tennessee football is going to be about, and just go ahead and lament his 2024 Heisman campaign getting it started today. And I was up earlier. I was up at like 5:30. I couldn't sleep. I just could not sleep. I was like, man, is it 12 o'clock yet? I mean, it seems like the days this early part of the day is just going by so slow. I was looking at the phone every 10 minutes. Is it 12 o'clock yet?
Thank God it's not a night game, right? Thank
got
God
that
it's
right.
not a
That
night
would be
game.
awful.
That'd have been the worst. That would have been the worst.
Man, oh man! I feel like we just did this about 12 hours ago, but that's okay. We got a ball game, boys. We got something to talk about. Scott Bennett drops a $5 super chat. Says early cover charge. Let's hunt some Chicken Hawks GBO. Dan Yoder for $5. Appreciate the super chat. Says let's go Big Orange. It is officially Nico's team. Robert drops a $5 super chat all the way from Orlando. Says Boogie sideline reporter checking in. Go Vols, man. He was sending me messages on Twitter of guys like Boo Carter out there with a Vols jersey on. Gets me giddy, man. Gets me excited about the future of this football team. Jackie Pickle drops $5. Says it's Nico time in Tennessee. GBO, UT Punkin, been a member around here for 27 months. That is a long time. We appreciate it. Says Go Vols, let's get this dub. Hey, Kendria, we made the show. Did I say that right? I don't want to botch somebody's name when you're trying to get them a shout-out live right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. 326 people. Say hello, Kendria. Thank you for watching. Randy Harness for $5 says, Happy Nico year. Let's get it. David Franklin drops a $10 super chat. That is not cheap. Says, VFL, start your year outright. Support your favorite channel. Or you're a Georgia fan, and we know what that says about you, G, B, and also an O. I don't believe there are good people that pull for Georgia. I think they're all terrible, ugly, disgusting human beings. I think it's just that no, there are no good Georgia fans, Eric. There are none. None. Not a single one. The link is out for Talkin VAWLS Elite and higher. Look, we're not going to break this thing down. We've talked about this game to death. We just did the exact same show we're doing right now last night. But guess what? It's a tailgate show. It's game day. Grab your beer or your coffee if you were recovering from last night. If you needed a little pep in your step to wake up this morning, jump in here. Let's talk about it. Let's hang out. Coach Rice, opening series. Give us your play chart for the opening series. What are you starting with? What do you got scheduled for that first drive?
First play is going to be a RPO. It's either going to be inside zone or he's going to throw the ball out to the flat or screen. It's going to be something simple to get the, drive going, a little drive starter. And then we'll open it up a little bit. I just say second play, we're going to see either a deep shot or, something across the middle. And then by the end of it, I think Dylan Sampson will get in the end zone. Nice little 24-yard touchdown run.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, what do I want first play? I think I'm gonna go. Believe it or not, with with everyone's beloved bubble screen play. As much as that probably ticks a lot of people off.
Nope.
But really, it just depends on how the box is loaded up, right? And I think Tennessee will take a look at that. If they're light in the box right off the bat, you gotta run them.
Yeah.
You gotta get a push, and obviously, if you see any opportunities to go deep early, certainly take them. We talked about it quite a bit. We feel like they're going to be in cover three quite a bit. We think that slot's going to be open on the seam, as well as the tight ends open on seams throughout most of the day. So certainly look for that. I'd like to see a lot of corner routes today and us attacking the flats as well. I believe the flats underneath will be there. So I know Iowa's got a really good middle linebacker. He's really stout against stopping the run. I'd like to test him in space a little bit, Coach Rice. Maybe some halfback wheel routes, screens. Really make him try to attack Dylan Sampson in space.
I think we'll see that a good bit today. Cam Seldon and Dylan Sampson used in the pass game. I think that's definitely a spot where we think we can expose the speed of Iowa versus our speed. And as far as the tight ends as well, I think we'll see a lot of Jacob Warren and McAllen Castles. And the slot, I'm telling you, it's not going to be an outside guys game. The way the strategy, the way Iowa plays, it's going to be a slot, tight end / running back in the run game and in the pass game.
I like what Coach Jay said about the quick screen to the outside. And I know everybody rolls their eyes when he says it, but that's exactly what I'm thinking. Look, I know Nico's going to be amazing. He's going to be a special kid. He's going to be a great quarterback at the University of Tennessee. But guess what? This is still his first ever start on the big stage, man. He ain't starting against freaking Austin Peay or Kent State or Chattanooga. He's starting against a top 5 defense in the Citrus Bowl on New Year's Day in front of the entire world watching. So give him something, get him comfortable, get him in a groove. I would almost even – I like the RPO call too, Coach Rice. I maybe even just hand it to Dylan Sampson. Hope he pops something. Let's get the offense going. Let's get the tempo going, and then guess what? We kind of forget about everything and just go play football. What about you, Jackie? What are you calling right out of the gate for first series?
I'm calling a pass over the middle to Squirrel.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's a fine call.
I like
it.
Yep. I hope we use their strength against them. Their front seven, their defense is supposed to be pretty good. We didn't do it against Missouri, but we did it against Texas A&M. We ran all over them. Use their own strength against them. Just run it right down their throat as long as it's not right up the middle every single time. I'll be fine.
Yeah. What do y'all think about this comment from Connor? I mean, it's a new year, new you, Connor. I think you should go ahead and break it off. That's my personal opinion. I'm not here to give life advice. So, Papa J, what's going on, brother? Long time no see.
Yeah, what's going on, Boogie?
How you feeling? The Nico era starts now?
Oh, I'm feeling good. I can't wait. I want to throw it out to the side, stack, let them run it, then throw it across the middle, then try one deep.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's break their backs early.
You think that is going to be their game plan, to stack the box and make Nico beat him until he starts slinging that rock all over the field? Then they may kind of change.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think tempo is going to be what they try to really attack him with. I think they're going to want to go fast against a Big Ten team. They've been a little slower. I think speed is one of our greater weapons in this game. So I want to get them going as fast as we can here. What say you, Bob?
I'm just ready for the game. I think that we're going to come out fast like we have all season long. I don't see any change of it. Nico's had his head in the game since game one. He's ready to play, has been since the opening kickoff of the season. I don't think there's any change. I still say that there is not going to be any real issues with our offense against our defense or vice versa. I think we're gonna walk off with it. I really believe that their defense is overrated. They're number 5 in the defense, but who have they played?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've racked up some points against teams, but look at the defensive lineup for those teams. They're all low-ranked defenses. So they've not seen the caliber of an offense that we have. Now, our defense, especially our secondary, kind of gives me, a little pause, but I think we'll handle it just fine because they don't have an offense. So I don't think there's going to be a real challenge there. So I see us walking away with this. Everybody's got, a low spread, and I just don't see it. I see us walking away with it. Like I said, I keep saying, I still see us winning it by at least the over/under will be the spread. In my head,
spread.
I hope you're right, Bob. I've watched a couple of their games, and I felt like at times it was who they were playing, but I thought also at times they played well. Whenever you take the Michigan game, right? I think their defense played pretty well in that game. I just think their offense hung them out to dry, and they were on the field the entire game, and then they got kind of a punt return. Parker down there rivaling my jacket game down there. I see you. What you make of this? What you make of this ball game?
Yeah, I think it's final score 28, maybe even 31 or so to 30. I don't know. I just don't. I don't think that they're going to. Actually, I'm not going to say 3. I'll say 9. I think they can probably get 3 field goals on us. So 9 or 10, 1 touchdown, 1 field goal, or 3 field goals on us. But I don't think they score more than that. I think their offense is absolutely horrible. And I think the Nico era is going to put a little juice in our offense. They're going to come out with a little swagger, little bit of all right, let's show them, and that's what's going to happen. And my opening touchdown, I think it's going to be a quick pass to Dylan Sampson. Ethan Davis is going to get a pretty big block for us, or Jacob Warren. I don't know. One of those guys is going to get a big block for us, and then I run it about 40 yards into the end zone.
Let's go. Sign me up for that score.
Man, yeah, I will take it.
Kids in the house. How we feeling, kid? New Year's Day. New year, new you? Or have you already screwed up? You know what? I'm going to try harder in 2025. That's what I said this morning.
Yeah, no, pretty much. I've been sick all weekend, so I had 3 gigs scheduled for the weekend. I had to cancel one of them because I just didn't have a voice left. But it was been a long weekend for sure.
What were you sick with? Because I've had the flu all weekend too.
Some kind of cold or congestion or something. It's just been going around where I'm at.
It's called COVID.
I probably got COVID. But
COVID. You got to say it right. COVID.
Isn't it funny though? when your job relies on your voice and singing, you're kind of screwed when you get sick.
Oh yeah. I was drinking throat coat all week and taking vitamins and drinking vitamin C as much as I could, but it just caught up to me Sunday morning. I couldn't do nothing.
I need a couple super chats here real quick. Ron the Don for 5 says, let's go. Dorothy engaged. We can do this chopping sticks, throwing bricks, or making kung fu kicks. GBO, Happy New Year, fellas. Nico has arrived. I feel like I did that one justice. I kind of channeled my inner Ron the Don as I went through it. Joel for 10 says, Nicholas is Greek for victory of the people. Nico about to lead this team and fan base back to the promised land. Let's get it. GBO. Joel's preaching today. Brennan for 2 says, let's not overreact about number 8. Good or bad? GBO. Well, we kind of talked about that last night. This entire fan base is going to overreact one way or another. We're either going to win a natty or we're going to win 4 games next year. There's no in between. That's what's coming after this ball game here in less than an hour.
Hey, if he does well, that's a great moniker for next year, though. I mean, it's that double standard. Boogie, you were talking about it after the Texas A&M game. Oh, well, when we beat Texas A&M, everybody's going to be saying, oh, well, they weren't that good. We beat South Carolina, beat Kentucky. Oh, they weren't that good. If we beat Iowa, it's going to be like, oh, they weren't that good. They still got a top 10 defense. I don't care. I know that they haven't played very many great teams in their own division of the conference, but still, if Nico balls out against top 10 defense, I'm happy as hell.
Realistically, if you look at it, I mean, even if they're a little overrated in the rankings where they're actually ranked, they're still their defense is probably like a mid-tier SEC defense. I mean, even if you want to say that they're a little bit worse, their defense is still just as good as someone in the SEC who doesn't have the best. So, I mean, you can take the rankings how you want.
Yeah, you're talking maybe like a Kentucky defense or something that caliber.
Yeah.
I'd give them a little better than Kentucky, but I mean, just a smidge. just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, they have about the same style as Kentucky's defense,
Yeah,
from
they're
what
gonna
I've
try to
seen.
stop the run. Yeah.
I mean, what would Iowa's overall record be if they played in the SEC? Let's say they swap their schedule with Tennessee. What would their record be? Maybe the same, maybe 8-4.
No.
No,
I don't
they
think
wouldn't
so.
make the playoffs.
Tops.
Their
5,
offense.
6, and
Their
6.
I was,
offense.
yeah.
Whoa,
I was gonna say 6 maybe. Maybe.
Whoa. Let's pump the brakes here. I know this is Talkin VAWLS. We all got on orange glasses. Who beats Iowa on that schedule? If they go
Alabama, Kentucky, I bet you
A&M.
Kentucky would beat
A&M would beat them.
That'd be a
Georgia.
hell of a football game, yeah, for sure, and Georgia at least.
I just want to
And
dive.
Missouri.
I just want to dive
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Missouri.
I think
Missouri
they lose.
smoked them.
Missouri for sure.
I think they lose the. I think they're 8-14, maybe 7.
South Carolina beat them.
No.
No.
I will say
Probably
I
not,
don't
right?
think with how Florida is right now, I don't think Florida beats them.
The two I would question that Tennessee beat that maybe I think Iowa wouldn't beat is A&M and Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends
you're
when
looking
in the
at
year they played.
Yeah, you're looking at a lot of toss-up games.
Yeah.
But that's the argument about everything, though. You look at the college football playoff right now, right? We all in agreement Alabama's going to go win a national championship and Nick Saban's going to ride off into the sunset, right?
That's what I think's going to happen.
I think Texas
I don't know
is gonna
about
have
that.
something to say about it.
You're gonna make
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Michigan is going to get wore out today.
That's what
I
I'm
don't think
afraid of.
Michigan can beat them.
That's what I'm
If
afraid
you're
of.
if there's
if
any
you're a
team,
true
it's gonna be Texas.
I think
if you're a
it'll
true
come down.
Tennessee fan, go ahead.
I was just going to say I think it'll come down to Alabama and A&M, and I think Alabama will get the revenge on A&M.
It's not.
Or on
you mean
Texas?
Yeah.
It's just regular
Texas. I meant Texas.
I
Yeah.
hope it's Washington.
I got you back, Bob.
I was gonna say you guys
Thank
are
you.
dismissing the big Samoan kids out here. All those Bosco kids. They're not going to be an easy out. I'm telling you.
I'm
trust
not going
me,
to say
I
it's
want
easy.
Washington to win.
Yeah,
That's the
if
team.
you're a
That's the
Tennessee
team I
fan,
want to win.
Washington, we're all rooting for Washington. If you're a Tennessee fan, you don't want
Oh,
Texas
yeah.
becoming a powerhouse.
No.
The year they're moving into the SEC, you don't want Bama to re-solidify. We can still win at the top, and you don't want Michigan just because a lot of
We all hate
SEC. We're recruiting against Michigan all the time. So
Well, I'm still sore about that Orange Bowl from 20 some years ago, man. I watched that game. I was dejected as hell after that one. God, that was bad. I don't know if anybody else remembers that, but we got stomped by Michigan. I think it was in 2000, 2002, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. God, that was a horrible game.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm not even convinced. I know everyone, and you know what? I could see them stomping them. I could see Bama stomping Michigan, but I'm not sold that Bama's not still one-dimensional. I really am not. Like, I also wouldn't be surprised if they came out there and Michigan just shut down the run and the deep ball and it was game over.
I'd love that. I'd love it.
I think it literally depends on what kind of game Jalen Milroe has. I don't think their offense is anything without Jalen Milroe, and I think if he has, it doesn't. He had the game of his life versus Georgia. If he doesn't have the game of his life versus Michigan, I don't know if they pull it out. But
at least they know what plays they're going to run.
Well, with Alabama, you just have to you have to remember. I mean, I've watched their games all year long, just like I've watched Tennessee. Of course, you know who I root for. But Alabama, they make adjustments at halftime that make a difference. That's why that's why I see them taking Michigan out. Michigan does not adjust very well at half. They usually stay whatever they started with a game plan at the beginning, they run it all the way through. So
you know which game?
I think that's going to be the biggest difference.
You know which game Alabama's season turned around? Tennessee's.
Tennessee, absolutely.
Halftime at Tennessee, they made adjustments where they're going to hit the outside edges against us. And I rewatched that game. I was at that game, but I rewatched it. That ever since then, Jalen Milroe's able to. They use him more after that game. They hit the edges with their wide receivers and their running backs, and they just adjust. Like you said, they adjust at halftime so well. That's when they turned it around.
Well,
I mean, when they came in after halftime with Tennessee, that they found a strength they did not know he had. They didn't see that strength before, and then when they saw he could actually do it against us, well, hey, we might have something here, and we've seen it grow ever since then. So I get your point.
Well, he is also limited early in the season with that hamstring injury. So that's why he somehow managed to get healthy against us. And of course, we see, unfortunately, how that managed in the second half.
Let me hit this super chat real quick from Brad. Typical Brad, right? New year, 2024, new leaderboard. We got the top donation of the year, of the month, of the stream. So Brad, who never donates anything to this channel other than insults and stupid comments, drops a $20 super chat so we can claim the entire leaderboard. We're going to have to fix that and stop that, but I'll play the clip for this idiot just once. Just once.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Brad, for $20, says GBO, Vols are going to beat Iowa worse than FUGA beat FSU. Happy New Year's, Talkin Vols fam. Lastly, Boogie, did you steal your wife's iced coffee? That I did, Brad. You know, I'm not a man that's scared of what he likes. I like a good iced coffee. I like the Food Network. I don't care. I am who I am. You can take it or leave it, Brad.
Claim it, Boogie.
Cheers to you, brother. Hey, you know who else likes the Food Network? Bennett Warren. You gonna call him out? I don't think so. I
like the Food Network too, Boogie.
Oh yeah.
And there ain't no shame in the game.
See what I opened up? A bunch of freaking
Talking food.
I'm more of a YouTube foodie or whatever. Like I don't have the.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on YouTube for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's some trash shows too, depending on. Where
So how bad is Iowa?
Coach Ross bringing it back around. I don't know. Y'all say Iowa's not played anybody, and everybody's claiming that Washington's going to go win the national championship. Who've they beat? Do we count those West Coast teams as real football teams, Coach Jay?
Oregon,
you do.
Oregon's a real football team.
Oregon and Washington.
They beat them twice.
Beat Utah too.
Yeah, listen.
I know UCLA is not flashy, but they beat UCLA too. Decent.
You know the pretty much every year there's cross games between Texas and California high school football. Go look those games up when you get a chance. See who's dominated them for the last 40 years. Sorry.
Hey, to me, Texas, Washington, and Oregon have looked the most complete teams all year. I know Oregon's not in it, but they've all looked like the best teams in the country this year. In my opinion, I don't think the SEC's really been – I mean, maybe as a whole, but I don't think the SEC's been the best conference this year.
That's what's so frustrating, Elijah. Quarterback play. This was the year for Tennessee, man. This was – the SEC was down this year. Sorry, I cut you off because you're spot on with that.
Yeah. And just going back to earlier, I think the biggest difference today in Michigan and Alabama, I know we're not talking about that game, is you've got to get Milroe running the football. I've noticed they tend to sputter if he's not running the ball. He tends to throw the ball better when he runs the ball. Sounds a little familiar to us in our situation this year. But I think the biggest thing for them is to get Milroe some confidence running the football first and build off that if they want to win the game. Now, I hate them both. I hope they both lose. I don't know how that happens, but we can
Let's
figure
have
it
a tie, a perpetual tie.
Yeah.
Look, I got to hit this super chat because, I mean, this is extremely, extremely generous. Joel Surton drops $20.01. I mean, that is Joel, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, man. That is very generous that you would pay your hard-earned money to the Talkin VAWLS Network. I mean, you support this channel. A super chat of that magnitude is basically the only way we're able to do this, and I appreciate that, Joel. You're a big part of this community. I value you in this community. $20.01 is not cheap, and I will play the clip for you.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
He says, "Screw you, Brad. I win." That's a great super chat. Also, Shannon DeCannon for 20. We'll play the Orange Boy clip again. Appreciate the super chat, brother.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Hey, baby.
Oh, Shannon DeCannon. Cold coffee sucks if it ain't burning my tongue, throat, and gut. It's no count. Washington wins it all. GBO. I bet Shannon DeCannon is the type of guy that drinks coffee that tastes like an ashtray. Like you just dump an ashtray into water. I know Bob does. I know Bob drinks that cigarette ash coffee. Thank you, Shannon DeCannon. Very generous super chat. We appreciate that, brother. Austin Murray, member for 12 months, says GBO UTW incoming and leave extended 24 hours. Thank you for the support for 12 months, my man. Little Spooky for 2 says Nico to Stewart in the Natty 2024. I am here for that. Joseph Ayers for 2 says, here's some in the well. Stellar start for Nico. Thank you, Joseph. We appreciate that. Brad with a $20.02 super chat says, screw you, Joel. I'll win. I'll play the clip.
Rocky
Top!
Brad says, screw you, Joel. I'll win. What a stupid comment. What an absolutely stupid waste of a comment.
Let's make some money, Boogie. Keep going. You got another one.
Good competition. Good.
Oh, somebody already dropped another one. Hold on. I'll update the leaderboard for Brad. He's so annoying. Joel for $20.03. That is not cheap. That is a very generous super chat. We'll play the clip.
Rocky Top!
Joel, the most generous man on the planet, certain, for $20.03, says, screw you again, Brad. I win again. Joel, I appreciate that, man.
Show.
If I didn't say it earlier, I mean, that's twice. You're a very generous man, Joel. I appreciate the way that you support this channel. So $20.03 is not cheap. It's so much more than $20.02 that some cheap people like to drop around here. I'll just leave that on the screen for a little bit. I appreciate it so much.
Can I say something here, Boogie? I want to do a shout. I want to do a shout out for somebody in chat. Bobby Inman, VFL here, watching from the UK. I have always said, and like I said, when I was in the Navy, I've been to many countries. Vol Nation is not just in Tennessee. It's not just in USA. It is, in fact, worldwide. And I want to give you a shout out here, dude. I appreciate you.
I love it, man. Ball Nation, it doesn't matter where you go. Somebody, I can't remember if they sent me a message on Facebook or I saw it somewhere. They were like, man, I'm out in some middle of nowhere state, and they're like, I see Vol fans everywhere. Like, Vol Nation is family. You know, Coach Jay says it all the time. Football is family. There's something special about the Big Orange. A Monster Beast for $10 says, I'm just making it right for doubting you about Nico stating in your Facebook group. Oh, you know, you didn't have to pay a super chat because I don't know how to connect this name to somebody on Facebook. I dropped it in there after Coach Rice came in that night during the NCAA stream. I went right to the Facebook group, and I said, so Nico's starting, huh? What do y'all think about that? And I got blasted from all sides. Nobody believed it. They said I was an idiot. What are you talking about? And then the next morning I woke up and said,
Coach Rice.
Y'all need to get in these comments and apologize. Thank you for the super
VAWLS
chat, though.
Network is the source.
That's right. You heard it here first, not from
Dang
Austin
right.
Price. Vol fan for life for 2. My wife says Llama is bringing the lava today.
I like it.
I'm here for it. Shannon the Cannon drops $125 super chat. We'll play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all like to get on here and have fun and laugh and tell jokes, but you still just spent $125. And I do appreciate it. I'm razzing Brad because he never shuts up. All he does is insult me every day, and he deserves it. But I appreciate it, man. I put out a tweet this morning. 2023 was a dub. It was a dub for the Talkin VAWLS Network. We saw growth. We saw change. We added people. We changed the format. I'm not afraid to call an audible, man. Adding Dustin, adding Coach Rice, adding Matt Begley. We added so many people this year. I'm excited about where we're at, and I'm even more excited about where we're going because these two dudes up here on the top put in a lot of work for this channel. Off the air as well, not just on the air. And it's good to have some wingmen that are as obsessed with recruiting and the portal as I am. I'm fired up, man. We're going to have some great recruiting coverage coming up. Thank you, Shannon DeCannon. Once again, he says, all of you can sucks it. That's what he says. He says, sucks it. Mikey McMahon, a little late to the boat, but hey, $20.04 is still not cheap. We'll scroll back up here. We'll find the Orange Boy clip, and we will play it just for Mikey.
Rocky Top!
He says, why not? Go Vols. Is that laughing emoji? Is that lol? Is that a LOL lol? Austin Murray for $20. We'll play the clips all day long. I'll do this until 1 o'clock if you guys want.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Austin for $20 says 41-10 Vols. Nico 323 yards and 4 touchdowns, and the defense feasts.
Like it.
Gosh,
Give it to me.
I cannot wait to overreact to Nico. Trey, the ambassador, drops a 20 spot. That's an Orange Boy. We'll play the clip.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Trey says, Happy New Year, Colt. So excited for today. Had to tell my daughter, so sorry you are young. You won't remember Nico's first start, but we will talk about him for years to come. To quote Boogie Bentley, enjoy the ride. Man, exactly. That's what I told my daughter at the Connecticut game. I said, watch this right now. And she's like looking out left field somewhere. But, yeah, enjoy the game, Trey. It's awesome you getting to spend that time with your daughter. Who's talking? Is it Bob? Is Bob's 3 girlfriends at his house?
Yep.
What a
nobody's around. Let's listen in.
No, it's Jackie. I'll mute him just in case. All right, he's
Conjugal
back.
visit
He's
day.
back. He's back. Joel says, screw you. I'm dropping $125. Y'all are insane, but I'll do it again.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
And why not this one?
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know what it is? Joel always is generous with Super Chats, but he's been working nights, and he popped in the other night because he was off work, and he's dropping these big Super Chats. He's got like 6 months worth of Super Chats saved up. He's like, I don't know where all this money and savings came from, honey. We got all kinds of money built up since I quit watching Talkin VAWLS. Joel says, screw you, Shannon. I win again. Thank you, Joel. You're the man. That is very generous. Y'all are freaking nuts. Let's get back to talking some Tennessee football. No, right on cue, Noah. What do you got, Rocky Top Tom?
I've got to hop off of here because we're going to a family ball game watch, and we got a bit of a drive. Got to drop some stuff off before we get there. But I hope every one of y'all has a happy New Year. Boogie, Coach Jay, Coach Rice, I appreciate the hell out of those videos that y'all drop, for real. The recruiting videos and the updates and whatnot. It's been a great year. So, yeah, for sure.
Give us your
score. We want
give
score.
us give us your thoughts and predictions on the way out the door.
I think maybe 28-10. 28-10 sounds good. It feels good. Maybe the defense finally shows some improvement against an incredibly inept Iowa offense. And Nico has I know it sounds kind of odd, but I want to see him make just a couple of freshman mistakes just to get him out the way. And, I mean, it's a great excuse. It's a good defense, right? Yeah.
You'll see a couple today.
But, yeah.
Curve.
Have a great game. Bob, enjoy the conjugal. And everybody else, have a great one. Happy New Year.
No one is allowed. No one's allowed in my space on game day.
There you go. Right.
Later, Tom. Appreciate you jumping on, buddy. We'll hopefully catch you on the post
buddy.
game. Man, he didn't even let me tell him goodbye. He just disappeared.
Go ahead, Park.
Oh, he's listening.
Hey, Boogie. I was wondering, just as a topic, so how do you think our O-line does versus their D-line? Because I know they have a pretty good D-line, and we're kind of in patchwork on our O-line. And then also, I know we've got White Lightning right here, right over here, but they have a White Lightning in their secondary who's a cornerback, and he's going to get drafted, and he's a really good player. I watched some film on him.
Yeah.
Those are the two things I'm kind of worried about their defense, is our O-line not being at full health, and then that one guy in their secondary, because he's good.
Yeah, the O-line does concern me. We were talking about it, me, Coach Rice, Coach Jay, right before we went live. John Campbell, more than likely out. Gerald Mincy, more than likely out. I know VolQuest listed them as game time, but we had all three heard that those guys were out. So it is a concern, because I do think Iowa's defense is good. I think they are better than what people think. I think it's easy to look at the schedule and say they don't play anybody. They're still a good defense. But what I do like, what I think gives us the advantage is Nico and his elusiveness. And we kind of touched on this a little bit last night. I think his ability to escape the pocket, escape pressure, his pocket awareness, all the cliche words, I think that's a wild card and it's an ace up the sleeve. I also think that Josh Heupel's offense, when it's clicking and when it's firing on all cylinders and you've got good quarterback play like what we saw with Hendon Hooker, I think you can mask an inferior offensive line. That's the way I see it. But I do think, look, I was going to get some stops. They are going to get some stops today. Tennessee's not going to go out and score 50 points. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I still like Tennessee in this ball game, and it's because of Nico and his ability to escape the pocket. I think that gives us the maybe not advantage, but little wild card.
I also think Dylan Sampson's shiftiness and his elusiveness, and he's easier to tackle than Jay Wright, but at the same time, he's that guy that falls on top of a defender and bounces back up and goes for another 10 yards. I think that gives us an advantage with our O-line not being at full capacity, but at the same time, yeah, I think Nico's the main X factor for it, and I hope they can protect him. I'd hate to see him hurt or anything. Knock on wood, he won't.
Yep.
But,
there you go.
No, Nico's tough.
Yeah,
Nico's tough. He ain't gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
I think James Pierce is gonna have a field day today.
I
don't think Iowa's quarterback has any type of mobility to him. I think if we can get him in third and long situations, I think we win the ball game pretty handily.
And that's a key that I thought that was very major. I think we're going to be in prime field position the whole game. I mean, they may put one or maybe two drives together, but guys, they're going to have 3 and outs all day long. What's that mean? We're going to be 40 plus all game, and that just puts us in prime position. And I also called it. I'm calling it right now. We're going to have either a punt return for touchdown and a pick six, or a fumble, scoop and score, or a pick six. Yeah. There'll be 2 scores that are different than an offensive score in this game, and that's why I chose 42-14 because of that. I think our offense will put 28 together, and then I think our defense and special teams will put 2 more on the board.
Let me ask you this.
I agree with
you guys.
Go
think
ahead,
that you think the Iowa's offense is going to be surprised by the speed of our defense, especially Harris coming off the edge?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I think that a big difference is going to be. I don't think they're going to be used to the speed that we have coming at them, and probably the strength too.
Well, I was looking at rankings yesterday at the close of the show last night. Tennessee is ranked 16th in offense and 38th in defense nationally.
Yeah.
Iowa's offense is ranked 130th.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
In offense. And we're 38th in defense. I don't see them hitting a touchdown. I see them be able to take advantage of some field position due to some mistakes that I know is going to happen for us, seeing as we have so many young players coming in. So that's why I've only got them at 6 points. I don't see them hitting double digits, period. I just don't see it with that offense. And then when you look at the other side of the ball, yeah, they're ranked number 5, and I've mentioned it, so I won't go back into depth in it. But our offense, our offense is ranked. What did I say? 38th or 16th? We score points, not like we did last year, but we score points. And yeah, we're missing, Wright, Dylan Sampson, but I have no doubt that our running game is going to be there. We've got our front line, offensive front line, so I don't see us having a problem at all. That's why I keep saying 42-6.
We're talking about overreacting to Nico one way or the other, whether it be positive or negative. If Iowa's offense moves the ball and they score 21, 28, Coach Jay, you gonna be a little worried about Ricky Gibson? I think Ricky Gibson and McCoy. We've said it a million times. Are going to be your starting corners next year. I think McCoy is an upgrade over Gabe Judy-Lally. So if they struggle with an Iowa offense that's terrible, you're going to have some concerns rolling into 2024.
Yeah, I would have some concerns, but I think Ricky Gibson's going to be just fine back there. I mean, I think we'll be fine. And for those of you who caught the breakdown, I think Jermon McCoy is going to be great too. So I feel really good about that. Past Gibson, more excited to see, Jordan Thomas and some of these other guys as well. Also want to know, Trucker Dougie, where are we driving to, man? That's what I really want to know.
Got to get to the important things.
Yeah, where are we going, Trucker Dougie? What are we hauling? What are we dropping off? What's going on? And what do you think?
I am about to pick up at one of our yards in Indiana on the Louisville, and then headed home for a week.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm glad some of our truckers don't take time off. They're out there running the roads, delivering goods. Joel, what are you doing, buddy?
Just hanging out with my best friends, man. I gotta say one thing, man. I love the heck out of you guys. This is probably one of the. I love the heck out of this community, man. This is one of the best I've ever seen on YouTube. Not only just for Tennessee fans, but for college football fans in general, man. It's just not only do we have hopefully meetups. Hopefully somebody doesn't get COVID again.
we all got it. We all got it last year.
We're all dead. Had it 2 weeks ago.
Doctor's got it right now.
Yeah, he does.
I got it right now, probably.
We got everything from NCAA streams to me and Elijah and one of our friends, Sammy Pete, which we ain't seen in a while. I'm wondering where he's at, but we've got a dynasty that's going on. Elijah just got his Xbox fixed. He's getting a new one, so we're about to start that thing back up again. And you just make so many friends just from this one community, man. Who knew from some guy in the north side of Nashville and some guy on the south side of Nashville and some guy from Georgia that moved from California would all be friends. Just like some guy from East Tennessee and some guy from California and would make friends, and one would be a coach, and you got another coach somewhere. I don't know where you're at, Coach.
He's in Tennessee.
He's in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm in Tennessee.
Now, I got to specify something real quick. I'm Georgia born and raised. I ain't from California. Now. Don't put that on me.
Oh, man, he just threw Coach Jay under the bus.
He's like, I'm not claiming that at all.
All right.
No,
Yeah,
I enjoyed my time out there.
Coach Gay just got disrespected.
Again.
I mean,
I will say, Coach Jay has that.
We love
he
you,
has
Coach
that
Jay.
California pride. he has that California pride. He does.
Hey, he makes that good money because you got to pay $17 a gallon for gas, but
Yeah,
I'll say this right now.
Gas
It's a
is not
beautiful
cheap.
place. It's a beautiful place to live. I enjoyed my time out there.
He's walking it back. He's walking it
I
back.
lived in South Orange County for about 5 years, and I loved it.
Orange County is beautiful. Yeah, very beautiful. Yep. The beaches.
My wife and I are planning a trip out there this summer. We've never.
I'm sorry,
We've only flown into California. We're going to drive the East Coast or the West Coast.
Coach Jay,
Make sure you take the PCH all the way up, top and bottom.
Yeah.
I do have a random
PCH.
question for Coach Jay, though.
Yeah.
So I've been to both of these. Now I don't know if you've ever been to the one in Orlando, but I'm a big fan of Disney World myself. Disney World, I think, is a whole lot better than Disneyland. I've marched down the
you'd
street
be
when I
wrong.
was in school.
You're wrong.
everything's in the wrong place, and I won't. It's not talking Disney, but I mean the castle's bigger, but to me everything's in the wrong place. There's no New Orleans Square. Pirates of the Caribbean's terrible there. I don't know. We could get into a long talk maybe.
Land is more compact.
From all around the
land
world.
Yeah. It's in a swamp land. It's in a swamp land. And my wife and I are taking our grandkids there in 2 weeks.
Hey, Dougie, where's home, Dougie?
Me?
East Tennessee, Gatlinburg.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
okay. So when you leave Louisville, which is about an hour from me, you're going to head the opposite direction of me because I'm west of Louisville.
Yeah, I'll be going down 75 through Knoxville and then straight to the house.
So are you taking? So fellow trucker here, just to let you know, are you taking 65 down to 40, or are you taking what is it, 69 that goes?
No, 69.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain. It's been a long week.
Y'all ever realize we got 550 people watching this train wreck right now? 550 people watching this train wreck right now. Talking truckers, talking Disney, talking California. Oh my God! Joel, this is what happens. Joel came on the show.
I love it.
Joel came on the show, and it went off the rails. Complete chaos.
For the fans, by the fans. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, it's the truth. It is the truth. Let me catch up on these real quick. Quentin Crisp becomes a member of the channel. We appreciate that, brother. Keep those memberships up to date as we roll into the offseason. That's when I really need your guys' support more than ever. So make sure you keep those renewed and up to date. We would appreciate that. Noah dropped a member chat, said my internet is being slow, and he had to bounce. I hate that, Noah. Oh, it's always good to have you on the show, brother. Shannon DeCannon for 5 says, please, no bad officiating. We're going to see bad officiating. There's no doubt.
Yep.
Tim Rice has been a member for 10 months. Randall Perry been a member for a month. We appreciate that support. All right, let's go around the room. Let's make our final predictions. Don't forget, we are going to be live immediately following the game. Myself, Coach Jay, Coach Rice, maybe X Factor. I don't know. X, what are you doing with your life, bro? Check your messages, my man. Dauber's got COVID, so he's out, but we will roll forward. We'll be live immediately after the game. Come tune in. Check it out. Bob, give us your final rundown. I know you've already given your score prediction 47 times in the chat, but give us your keys and one last time, that score prediction.
Yeah, well, I'm putting the score prediction to, power of positive thinking.
Let's go. PMA all day.
I'm just saying we're going to dominate. Lee Corso is first time I'm going to agree with him. Everybody else thinks that Iowa's going to beat Tennessee. I can't wait to laugh in their face. So I've already said everything I need to say about the offense and defense, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right,
I love every one of you. Happy New Year to everybody.
Appreciate you coming on, buddy. Have a good day. I know we'll catch Bob on the post-game show. He'll be around. All right, kid. I feel like I need to just put you and Joel side by side. I feel like if y'all aren't together holding hands, then you're upset. Give us your keys and your prediction.
All right, so I think the young DBs are going to have a good day. I think there'll be a few struggles, but if there's one thing that Cornbread said that I agreed with was that you need to start DB. He started Alontae Taylor young. He came along nicely. I think that's important. I think we're going to have a good day from the DBs. I think Nico has a good day. One thing that Heupel said about him is he doesn't make the same mistake twice. So I'll look to see that in the game, and I think it's going to be a good experience for him. For me today, I think D. Williams takes one to the house, and I think we have some key interceptions or turnovers that we force. I think 31-6 is my score prediction for the day. I think they'll get into the red zone, but I think our defense will bend and not break, and I think we'll have allowed 2 field goals for the day, and that'll be it.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming on. Good to have you back on the show. It's been a minute, so appreciate you jumping on with us, man. All right, later, brother.
See you.
All right, Joel, give us your keys.
Man, the kid from Georgia done stole my score. Also,
after he stole your heart, then he stole your score.
I know. I already had 31-6, man. I think Nico's going to be the X factor in this game. Obviously, I mean, Iowa doesn't have an offense that's worth much of anything. I mean, I think the Big Ten has been so offensively inept for so many years, besides Ohio State and Michigan. But you think about both of those teams, they're quite one-dimensional. But in the end, I think Nico's throwing for 3, running for 1. We tack on a field goal and some towards the latter end of the fourth quarter. We're taking this thing 31-6.
I hope so. Gosh, I hope it's domination. Always good time to have you on, Joel. It's good. I'm glad you had some time off. You come back around, man. I know you're working. I know you're busy. You're an OG.
Just for you guys.
I appreciate it, brother. Always a good time having you on, man. If you're still awake, come check out the post-game show.
All right, we'll see you, fellas.
All right, later, brother. All right, Trucker Dougie, give us your score prediction.
You know what? I'm going to go with 43-2.
Woo!
Oh! Yeah, I think it's going to be
right there.
I just, honestly, I don't even know if they'll get 2, to be honest. Their offense sucks. Like, it gets straight. Like, I've watched a couple of their games this year, and they couldn't. It was that defense that carried them all year. You know, I don't know, but at the same time, like with Nico being a freshman starter, there's obviously, I know there's a lot of hype around him, and I'm all for him, but there's a lot of
Sorry.
nerves that come with that too, you know. And I think there's definitely going to be some mistakes. So it might be a little closer, but I just don't think that offense over there is going to be able to put anything up. But y'all do. Thank you guys for allowing me to hop on. Sorry, I think there's a lot of background noise on my end. Can y'all hear anything echoing?
You're fine, Drucker. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
telling
good.
you, if 43-2 is the final score, I'm going to come search you down. I'm going to take you to Vegas. So
That's right.
The hype train will be rolling if that's the case.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down for a free trip out to Vegas. I've been to
No,
Vegas.
I got you.
Oh.
If somebody else is going to buy me, pay for me to go out there and actually play, then yeah, I'm all for it.
Gotcha.
All right, Dougie,
But
appreciate
y'all
you coming
take it
on,
easy.
brother. Be safe out there.
Take care, Trucker.
Will do. Later, y'all.
Bye.
All right, Parker, give us that final score prediction. The man that stole the jacket game away from Coach J. You notice Coach J shows up with a Nico jersey, and all of a sudden somebody else comes in with a sweet jacket. And
I know.
Dang it. I put this on for Coach J.
Talking fashion. I
this is going to
appreciate
be
that,
framed. This is going to be framed.
That's
this is
beautiful,
This
man.
is from the 90s.
It is.
I love a
got it
good
at
baseball jacket. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love
This
that
is
logo.
I got
Absolutely
this
love
the South
it.
Carolina game. I got this at a thrift store. So, but
That's awesome.
anyways, keys
I
to
got
the
this
game.
flag at a thrift store.
Oh yeah.
Just, yeah.
Keys to the game. I think we on offense we need a good push from our O line. They need to look at least. We need to get a running game going because that's how Heupel's offense runs. It's got to be through the run, and then Nico can do what he does. And then also, I think our wide receivers have to catch the ball. They can't be dropping. And I do think Nico being at the helm will help that. I think he's going to throw a little bit more of a catchable ball than Joe has throughout the season. As far as our defense goes, I do think this is a James Pierce type of game. I mean, I think he can absolutely destroy them. Also, you got to shut down their running game right up the middle with Big O, Elijah Simmons, Omar Norman-Lott. Those are going to be big players. And dark horse for the defense is T-Lander. I think T-Lander has a good game and shows hey, I'm probably going to start over Arian Carter because I do think he can. Which they play separate positions, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's going to show, hey, I can lock down one of these spots next year if I have a good game. And then I hope to see some rotation from our secondary. And my score prediction is going to be 31-10. And I think if they do get a touchdown, it might be Nico's only mistake, and they might get a pick six or something. So, and like you said, Nico doesn't make the same mistake twice. You know, that's my prediction, and that's where I'm going to stand.
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming on. Hope to see you in the post-game
Yes,
show
sir.
after the game.
All
right, Jackie, give us something quick, short, sweet. We got about 2 minutes, and we got a special man in the background that's going to send us out the door. So give us your score prediction. We'll get out the door.
I'm going 30-10. I think that we would get let them get one lucky touchdown and a field goal. But I think Nico's going to have a good day, and I think we're going to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
I love it, Jackie. Always appreciate you being in the chat, jumping on with the fan call-in show for us. Always a good time, my man.
Appreciate it, guys. Happy New Year to you, and go Big Orange.
Go Balls,
Big
buddy.
Orange.
All right. This next man is going to take us home. We're about 1 minute away from kick, and we're all leaving. It is Ron the Don's show. Ron,
Bring us home, baby.
You got 70 seconds. Let her rip.
All right. I went out last night for New Year's Eve at 12:05 and said, let me take my butt home because I know Tennessee is playing today. And I want to watch every second of it. I don't want to miss a minute of Nico on the field. So I went to bed. Got a little sleep. Then I woke up. I was feeling the cheesiest, coach. It's time for us to get out there. It's time for us to win this game. The coming of Nico is here. I had a cough. What can I do for this cough? Nicola. We're going to do this today. They have no offense. We got the defense that's going to combat their poor offense. We're going to win. We're going to dominate it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's time for the Nico Show.
I can't let a super chat go unread. I saw it. I just blew the most epic outro of all time. Donovan for 10 says 24 of 31, 330 yards, 4 touchdowns passing, 75 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Nico the GOAT, Nico Natty, Nico Heisman. It's time, Boogie. Finally, it is here. 49-14. Let's go. Thank you, Donovan. I can't believe I botched that outro. Go Big Orange. Y'all gotta stop. I can't keep reading super chats. Parker Townsend for 20. That's an orange ball.
Rocky Top!
He says, go Vols!